6 unfair truths about reality. Life is not always amusing and enjoyable. A few truths are particularly difficult to accept. However, if we are able to accept them, it will make life a lot simpler. We will be able to pursue the things that genuinely matter and assume more accountability for our happiness and well-being. Here are 6 realities that, while they may not be sweet, can significantly impact your life. Number 1. Responsibility for our happiness. You won't be content even if you marry, become wealthy, or land your ideal career. Only if you decide to, can you find happiness. This does not imply that outside factors are powerless to affect our happiness. They can. When there is suffering, loss, difficulty, stress, or a problem that calls for greater support, like depression, it is much more difficult to feel cheerful. But we may be in charge of our own well-being regardless of what occurs outside. Despite having access to every opportunity and privilege, some people manage to be sad. Some people are able to be content and happy with what they have. More than everything else that might possibly occur, how you choose to view the world and yourself ultimately determines how happy you are. Number 2. You are powerless over everything. To feel in charge is alluring. We hope that our plans and preparations come to fruition. But in actuality, there are a lot of factors that are mostly out of our hands. A considerable burden can be lifted off our shoulders when we relinquish control and acknowledge that not everything is under our control. We can't always handle things well or plan ahead. We occasionally need to let go of the notion that we are capable of doing better and can therefore manipulate the universe. It won't ever take place. Number 3. Everyone has a different viewpoint, therefore it's not only you who is right. We hold the beliefs and perspectives we do for legitimate reasons. However, others have their own laudable justifications as well. Remembering that our point of view is not the only valid one and that there are other perspectives that are equally valid can be challenging. There is no one real theory that we can all accept since the world is a confusing place. There are complexities and subtleties. We must keep in mind that other individuals can have their own opinions and viewpoints, and that they may do so for valid reasons. As a result, we will experience less frustration and will be more able to empathize, listen to, and comprehend. In the end, it can improve how we relate to others. Number 4. No matter how much you may love someone, you cannot make them change. When we first fall in love, we frequently have romanticized perceptions of the other person. However, it still doesn't make it true. We gradually learn about their shortcomings and evil side as well. The second illusion that love can provide, though, is more perilous than the first. It's the notion that we can improve the character of the person we love. However, we are unable to force others to behave in a particular way. Only those who choose to change can do so. Number 5. Success is influenced by luck. This thought is related to the notion that we have total control, yet it is important enough to address on its own. We don't like to acknowledge it, but a lot of our success is due to luck. Chance encounters and opportunities can be decisive elements that decide whether we succeed or fail. This is not to argue that one shouldn't strive or that our efforts are in vain. Simply said, we can do everything correctly and still fall short. When evaluating our success and the growth of others, it's critical to keep in mind the role luck plays. Number 6. You are not the only focus. The fact that we are not at the center of the world should also be kept in mind. People don't pay as much attention to us as we would assume. Events take place for causes unrelated to us. Not all matters are private. It might be liberating to keep this in mind. We can experiment and have fun without feeling under too much strain if other people don't care as much about it as we think they do.